Hey guys, Andy from Andy Goblin Fishing in Central West Virginia Fishing Intel. Hey, I'm going to show you how I modified my jigs whenever I'm flipping them and pitching them around heavy cover. This happens to be the Stonewall Jig. This is from Get the Net Hooks. This happens to be a 3/8 ounce. The color is the black, brown, and chartreuse. A black head. It's got a big 5-watt hook into it. The first thing I do to it is I like to trim my weed guard down. So you can see right here, I just pinch my weed guard up a little bit and just kind of cut it at an angle. I don't really want a whole lot off of it, but I want a little bit off of it. So there's kind of what my, as you can see, what my weed guard looks like. The second thing I do to it is I'll separate, there at the band. You can see here where it's, I have it's separated. It's going to look like this, with all my things. And I want to trim this skirt back a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take, quite a bit of bunches of it right here, and I'll just pull it out and kind of make it uneven. Then I'll cut it off right here, and I'll go on back to another little section of it, and I'll pull it out, pull some longer than the others, trim it off. Then I'll get the back part of it, you can see here, and trim it down a little bit. Now, I got kind of an uneven flare to my skirt right here. I'll do the same thing to the top end of it. So you'll see here that I'll pull several strands out. I'll make some real long, some real short, and I'll just cut it off right here. Go to the midsection, kind of do the same here too. And that's kind of what I want to cut it off. Then I'll go to the end section of it, and I'll pull them out like this. Make some up. You just want them uneven. That way you get a real good flare to it. So now whenever you're looking at my jig, it's kind of uneven, but it's got a real big flare to it. And this is kind of what I wanted. I want this jig to really flare out good. One of the other modifications that I do to it is if I'm fishing it just around rock and sparse wood, I generally leave my weed guard like this. But if I get it into some brush, these jigs get hung up in brush, So what I like to do to it is I'll separate my skirt like so. There you go. Just separate about half of it like that. Pull it down. I'll run my finger down through it. And now I got a weed guard that's actually fanned out a little bit. You don't have to fan it out a lot, but what that does, if your jig comes up over a piece of bush, that tends to roll. This is going to catch on it before, and it'll slide it over the hook. In brush, a jig, especially a big flipping jig with a big hook in it, you have to work it fairly slow, through the brush to make it come through. So that's my jig modification tips. Like I said, this is the Stonewall Jig. It's made by Get the Net Hooks. You can order them there on their website online there. So this is a jig that I kind of helped them put together. It's everything that I wanted in a jig. It's got the 55 strands of rubber, round rubber, a big Gamakatsu hook, a 5-watt Gamakatsu hook, and a nice weed guard. So, until next time, guys, hey, thank you all very much for watching.